All right, so I'm mainly filming this video because I'm about to move out of this background in a hot minute. I don't want to be transporting junk with me. This is a contingency. I also just got a facial today. I'm obviously wearing no foundation and tried to go minimal with the makeup, but you know, I'm filming. So what we have here is my empties from the second half of 2024, and I think that's all I'm going to film today. I still haven't sorted them out, so we'll see how that goes. Pausa. I believe I very neatly put everything, all of my 2024 empties of last year, into a bag. This video is very late, it's not algorithm friendly whatsoever, but this is mostly too for my reference, because I did an empties for the first half of 2024, so I just want to see how many products I've gone through, and how long, note how long it has taken me for them to finish. I think I did like a very comprehensive Excel spread doc for the last empties that I haven't put up here yet, but yes, I'm not gonna do the same thing now. That took way too much prep time, like behind the scenes. And I think I may have had a similar rate of consumption to the one I've been having for like the past 5 years, like around like 20, so like 50 products a year. And that includes like all hair, skincare, makeup. And makeup, of course, taking way longer to get through than any of those other categories. And that sets well with me. And then I'm also anticipating that this year, since I am moving, I'm making a concerted effort to go through my products more readily, because as you know, I'm on here because I'm overwhelmed with the amount of products that I have, and I'm really looking to cull my rate of consumption, but also how many products I keep in house. I have to delve into it a little bit. I have a bit of a hoarding issue, especially when it comes to non-perishables. Having been brought up with someone who has experienced extreme poverty, to the rate of starvation and hunger, I think it has the mentality to always be prepared and to buy things at a discount and to stockpile them, kind of like how couponers do on TikTok, and then just have a backup so that you don't have to spend as much money in the future. Or you always get them on sale, etc. Whatever the case, you're saving your nickel and diming. So I did that with a lot of non-perishables. I don't have the space to do that. I used to be able to do that when I lived with my parents in a house. Now I live on my own. I have limited space. I can't have that habit, even though it was taught to me. And then in addition to that, I also maybe I should do a separate video about this. But if we're getting into the weeds, this is a little extra bonus for my empties. Maybe I'll change the title of this. But to go into the history of me as a consumer, I was never a big makeup person. I think the first time I bought something at Sephora, I was in my early 20s, because all of high school I just wore eyeliner and tinted lip balm. And that's it. My mom kept on insisting that I don't ruin my skin by applying foundation. And then I never really fell hard into the beauty space. I think, the first time I bought Sephora was in my early 20s. I bought, I don't know if I had shown, I don't think I have filmed this for up on YouTube, but this was the first eyeshadow palette that I ever bought at Sephora, this Urban Decay palette that's falling apart, but I liked it because it was wooden and had a lot of my colors. I'm already in the process of depotting it. I have some creative projects that I want to do with this, these pigments, so that's that. That's not technically an empty yet, but I guess kind of tied to that. I make up products you keep for a long time, and it's so hard to get through them. So the rate of consumption is a lot lower for them. And during the period of like the beauty guru era, I accumulated a vast amount of products. Hopefully I can have my inventory video up here. The collection has changed a little bit. I've added a couple of things since then. But of course I also got rid of and decluttered over things. I think I've invited into my collection like retroactively, like how much makeup items I've bought. Probably like around 200 products, I would say, including tools. And we do have some of those items here today. Yeah, just to kind of wrap up, the consumption thing was not a big makeup project. I've always been a big body care, skincare, and hair care consumer. Always trying to find like the best products. I'm sure that's why a lot of people like end up on this app, because they're like, what are your recommendations? What do you recommend? Yeah, I think my rate of skincare has been the same. I definitely have added more steps to my skincare, but ultimately what those 5 years of over-consuming makeup has shown me and proven to me repeatedly is that I do not apply makeup like a beauty guru of 2017 and 2016. I don't think anyone does, because like I'm sure there's a lot of people on this platform who went to high school getting up 2 hours before they had to get there to put on a full beat. I don't have that time. I don't have that patience. I do not want to direct my energy in that way, and I never really did. And what happened consequently of like buying so much makeup and having the pressure to use it is that I was using my time in a way that I didn't want. Like I'm a very like, I'm the now the trend where makeup has been like clean girl fast. Like this look right here took me like 5 minutes to apply. I don't have any foundation. I have a one and done eyeshadow, blush, and I use the same blush as my eye crease, color, eyeliner. I forgot to put on mascara. And then lipstick. Like I can't bother. I can't be bothered. I can't be like, I need the 5-minute face. People realistically with jobs or going to school, a lot of them don't want to dedicate that kind of energy anymore. And I think that's what the makeup industry has caught on to. And so that's why they've kind of like repivoted. But I don't think I have anything in here that was like from that, like products that I used from that era. Like I still have them. I still haven't gone through them. And they're like approaching on 8 years old, not quite 10, probably like 8 years old is like when I started going crazy with eyeshadow palettes. But luckily a lot of them are powder, so we're good. I don't think I needed to go that into it. You came here for the empties. So these are my last year empties for 2024 from the second half, from June onwards. To begin, let's start with the bulkiest product that I want to get rid of, which was this. I always, by the way, I always do this to my products. I cut them in half and I like scoop out all the products inside, so they're like hardcore empties. I mean, I did have a little bit of product on the side there, but I'll probably rinse that out before I throw it into recycling. But yeah, I like do the same thing with the top parts. Oh, could use a little bit of cleanup there. And I did do that with this product that was very generously gifted to me from my best friend, who loved it. Loved the fact that she didn't necessarily have to moisturize when she was out of the shower. This is the Bioderma Atoderm. I've reassembled it for you. Atoderm Huile de Douche. Shower oil for the non-francophones out there. It was good. She gave this to me, I want to say like in 2022 or 2021. So it took me like 2 years conservatively to go through this whole thing, because one, it's big, and even though I did shower I shower my body every day, I don't necessarily I didn't necessarily use this product. When I got it, I was like still in my plastic-free consuming mentality, so I didn't want to consume things that were unnecessarily like in plastic packaging. So I always wash my body with regular bar soap. Not always, but recently I have washed my body with regular bar soap. So I was actually a bit like burdened by this gift because it was like against my consumer ethos. But I did end up liking this. I think it's not necessarily for me because she is a mom, and she was a mom when she gave it to me of like kids under the age of 2. So her showers needed to be quick, and she's not gonna bother moisturizing, and she doesn't want the extra step of moisturizing when she's out of the shower. So it was more tickle my throat. So it made more sense for her and her lifestyle, and like that enthusiasm for the function that this product fulfilled in her lifestyle was so exciting for her that she wanted to share it, as we are predisposed to do. And I did, as I said, I did use it for especially when I was short on time and I needed to shower fast and I needed a day where I could skip. However, I felt like I could legitimately only do that in the summertime and not really in the winter, because I was just not at the level of moisturization that I have been acclimated to. I am a very, very, is the word fastidious? Meticulous? I always, every time I wash my body, I have to put either lotion or a body butter, and I'm like at that level of moisturization is what I'm used to, is my habit. It's what my skin needs. And so I still ended up having to do that with this to get to the level that I wanted, especially in the winter times. So for me, it did not save me a step. But maybe, I know like a lot of derms are on here recommending the Bioderma line in general. I think I may repurchase this myself and gift to my sister because she's a mom and she can use it, but also, and this big tub too would be great, but also because I know there's a lot of derms on this platform who are recommending that shower oil specifically for sensitive, like eczema prone skin is what I've heard. I will have to confirm and research. And so I might give that to her. I think she was recommended it and she took up with that, and I was like, oh, I've tried that. That might work for your kids, because both of her kids have eczema, like dry skin. So I can report back on that as this is an Empties video. Second Empties you saw is this function from Hello Sunday. James Welsh of the Welsh twins fame recommended this, and I was like, oh my god, I literally had vocalized, I was like, I need a small little thing of sunscreen, which you can get, you can just get travel sunscreen, but as like a hand cream, because with, you know, marketing and how, you know, it plays on your insecurities and it makes you like think of problems where products are the solutions. My problem was that I felt like my hands are way more aged than my face because I never put sunscreen on them, or if I do, because we're in a post-panty era, I would wash it off continuously. I'm always washing my hands, especially at that time, and then just generally, you know, if I'm out and about in public, wash my hands when I go to the bathroom. Do not have sunscreen on in my purse. So this was a product that was like specifically, I had vocalized this issue, this problem, and how I had to like, they should make hand cream with SPF in it. And they do, but it wasn't very readily available to me. It's more accessible to purchase in Europe, since, you know, the Welsh twins are based off of UK. So I had to order this from, I forgot what the website is, maybe if I remember to mention it, I'll put it in the description box. But the brand is Hello Sunday. It was like Care to Beauty. It was like a, sorry, something's going on there. It was a Portuguese-based business that was able to ship this to Canada. It was really expensive. I bought multiples of these because they were I was like, I'll just buy like 5, and then like I'll give one to my sister, and then I won't have to keep ordering from them over and over again. And it is something that like a non-perishable, like especially if I don't open it, because it's like 12 months from when you open, if that's helpful information for you. It's recyclable. What else does it say there? Vegan. It's vegan. I think this is just garbage though. I don't know. What do these symbols mean? I'll have to look it up on a website. But yeah, so it's like after you open it, it's good for a year. So it was perfect for me to like bulk buy, especially since I was already paying for international shipping and stuff like that. My mini review, that's what empty videos are good for, is that it serves that function. It also has like, if you can read that little blurb there, like it has hylaronic acid in it. So for moisturizing the hands, it was very lightweight, but very clearly left my skin touchably soft, like similar to when I would use like a serum on my face. Not like as smooth, obviously, but like the level of moisture that it brought into my hands was about on par with that. And then I love that it was SPF. So I have another one to go in my purse as well. And then the best thing is that it came in handy a lot of times in the summer where people would forget to pack sunscreen for their kids, or like my sister would even forget. I'd be like, put sunscreen on your face. And she's like, oh, I forgot, you know, on the go. I would be like, this was good enough, light enough, absorbed readily into the skin enough, like this formula, that at a moment's notice, when you're on the go, we were able to apply to the face and like other parts of the body as well. And it's like kind of like a good travel thing. If you want a little hack, because this is inaccessible in the NA in North America, there, as I said, you could get travel. I'm not looking for that GD travel size sunbottom sunscreen, but you can get stuff like that. Yes. Anyway, so let's move on to the other empty. Oh, as far as sunbottom, I do kind of like the Hello Sunday one better because it's nicer on the face. But yeah, if you're in a pinch, I got that mini travel sunbum SPF, and you could get other brands that are travel as well. I got that one from a CVS. Okay, my next empty is, I was influenced, as you will see, by a lot of these purchases. So that's my second one so far, is influenced to purchase this native deodorant from Shell Bisley on YouTube. She's like still smells great. She's a sustainability influencer, I would categorize her as. I know, a bit of an oxymoron, and she definitely, I feel like, wrestles with that identity. I mean, but so will I. So yeah, this was, I wish I got this in the cardboard packaging. My current deodorant from Altitude is another like eco brand, like, you know, one of those natural brands. That one's out of cardboard, and it's such an easy packaging, you just push it up. But this one was from Native, one of those influencer brands. I think it smells phenomenal. This was the limited edition, they don't carry it anymore, matcha and sweet cream. It smelled like earthy, yet sweet and a little bit citrusy, but like very light on the citrus. The one I have now is currently very heavy on citrus. But yeah, this one was great. If they carried it again, I might rebuy it, even though it's plastic, because even though I was trying to live that past plastic-free life, I'll show you. I'll show you. This is my current deodorant, the Super Leaves by Attitude. Sorry, not Altitude, Attitude. And it is like complete cardboard packaging, which was like the reason why I bought it, because I was like, oh, and also it was available in my local drugstore, so that wasn't, it didn't have to pay shipping and all that stuff like this one. So I was like, oh, going for it, I'll buy this. But then they stopped carrying it because, you know, shelf space and how much you move product is a thing that determines your access to products. This one doesn't smell as great, but it still smells decent, very sweet. It's orange leaves is the scent of it, and it does smell like a bit like orange leaves. So that was good branding. So I did do another oopsies, and I actually can't find the thing itself. It's gone missing, like the sun bum, but I did end up buying, and I kept the packaging. This is plastic. The interior is plastic. It smells phenomenal. I still think this one smells better, and it's like a third of the price of that, but I did end up buying the Salt and Stone Bergamot and Hinoki deodorant for the Sephora sale. It was like an impulse buy from my last haul at Sephora, which was last year. I did not shop the sale this year. Okay, so let's move on. I think I'll continue doing like body care stuff. So in that vein, I have toothpaste, just Pronamel toothpaste. Not exciting, no one wants a thorough review of that. It's supposed to help harden the enamel of your teeth. Okay, on to the next skincare related thing. This is another heavy influencer brand, but I wasn't influenced by an influencer to buy this. I actually don't follow a lot of influencers who talk about this brand. This was an Instagram marketed purchase. The Three Ships Dewdrops. It was to replace my vitamin C. I think I might have had expensive vitamin C. I don't even remember the brand. Maybe The Ordinary. No, that's not expensive. I think I did splurge on a vitamin C though, but I don't even remember it, so I'm probably not going to buy it again. So then this one, I remember buying this one because it was less expensive than the vitamin C I had purchased, and it got me because they have mushrooms as a bad base for the hylaronic acid, and I love mushrooms. So it got me with like the marketing and the product ingredient, and then they're women owned. Yeah, and I don't say that to like, obviously I think I'm a feminist, but there's a difference between like actual systemic change and marketing. This is essentially just marketing, and it got me. I was like, I'd love to support other women instead of another man, because literally probably everything I have emptied so far, the CEO is a dude, and so it was like, women can own the means of production and be exploitative too. And that's corporate feminism. Yeah, this was not that great. I'll show you like this. I also like the fact that they are like a plastic reduced brand, because like they still have the dropper, the top part, the squeezy part. Actually, to be fair, this may be like a silicone or like not a rubber, but the only thing that's plastic is this thing. So I did like that as well. But performance-wise, I mean, it did the function of a serum for the hyaluronic acid, but I don't think anything is getting rid of this hyperpigmentation. So, oh, I got a rough lip line there. And I'm not gonna repurchase it. It ticked off a lot of boxes, but also like, if you follow like Lav Muffin Beauty, or like a lot of influencers have said that like vitamin C is most efficacious and more properly stored in a airtight seal, and this is not. So that is not a repurchase. All right, I should put my repurchase pile here. Yeah, I'm also gonna repurchase the toothpaste and deodorant if it ever comes back in stock. I mean, I could find maybe, if they made this in the cardboard pushback, amazing, instant repurchase. Same scent though. Okay, and now to veer into the makeup, because all I have left is makeup in here. I have, to transition us, this Sephora brush cleaner stick. It was like a makeup cleanser solid, and it was like when charcoal was like a hot marketable ingredient to put in, and it was like an impulse buy. I think I got it so I could continue being rouge, and it was like 30% off as well. This thing sucks. I mean, like, it does its job. It's not that complicated. You could use like a solid bar of soap, and this, I regret buying it because it was an impulse buy. I did empty like it thoroughly. It was good, like maybe for travel, like, like instead of putting a cleanser, like a a gel cleansing makeup cleanser. You could just like wet this and then like roll the sponge around. I also love solid cleansing bars for that reason, because you can just like wet it and then move the brush on it and then it like cleans it right away like on the soap. I would not buy like a liquid makeup cleanser. And in particular, why this product sucks and I regret buying it and I will definitely never repurchase, is because the perfect version of this has already existed. And it doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, but I will show you my favorite makeup brush solid cleanser. This is the Juno Co Clean Up Your Act Solid Cleansing Bar. It comes in a tin. It is so compact and portable to bring, and you will never run out of it in a trip, because I have been scavenging and saving, but ultimately still using this bar, and I've only gotten through like half of it, and I think I bought this in 2022 or 2021. They were a company that was carried by Beautylish, and I was still like in my plastic-free like aspirational consumption thing. And so I love the fact that it was a solid bar. It has, once again, I like solid bars. They're easier to travel with. They last a really long time. They don't go bad. They're more compact. And then unlike the stupid Sephora one, it's so easy. It's so lightweight too, because it's aluminum. Entire aluminum packaging. This is the perfect solid like thing to clean your brushes. If you wear makeup a lot and you need to clean your brushes and you want a dedicated soap to do that with, and you don't want to use like your hand soap or whatever to do that with, because that's also completely an option as well. But I do like having, I don't know, the reason why I make the perfect little consumer is because I like having specific things for specific tasks, at least when it comes to makeup brushes. So yeah, this was like a sustainably coated, a sustainable consumption product, and they don't make this anymore. I asked the company, I reached out, they don't make it. So I'm like, this is precious. I might just wash my brushes with hand soap sometimes. But also I think you're not supposed to, or some people don't recommend that, because it's like too abrasive and like it could like wear down the glue like on the ferrule of your brushes. So like this thing, this arm, that's not really distinct. This silver thing that's like attaching. I mean, this is like also attached because it's like a machine went boop, but there's also glue on here. So yeah, I don't know, but I feel like that's something that professionals say to get you to sell you a product. But this was just, if you're in the market and you're like me and you're like having a specific thing for a specific function, and also maybe you are a makeup artist and you're traveling a lot and you do have to have a product like this, and you are more you are also on that plastic-free consumption journey, this is unbeatable. Like, to be frank, it's lasted me so long. It would get through so many of your washes. It's compact, portable, light, doesn't take up a lot of space, plastic-free. It doesn't exist anymore. But maybe if there's a demand for it, using marketing 101, capitalism will provide. They'll provide the perfect product, and it'll win in the marketplace of consumption. Anyway, sorry. The next two things are, I'm a skeptic. I have criticisms, I have critiques. I do not buy into the narrative. Okay, so the next two things that are on my empties are two primers. I got both these primers at the same time, back when, you know, I thought a primer was necessary, and like I do think a primer is necessary, and I might repurchase the travel size of the Milk Hydrogrip Primer, but once again, both plastic. It's just like another plastic thing to add into my stuff, into my routine. And if I am gonna go for a full beat, I realized I don't even want to be spending it on luxury brands like Rare Beauty. This was like the pore diffusing, sorry. Pore Diffusing Primer. Boop. The travel size. This one I feel like didn't really do anything. I mean, pores, it was a step. It was an extra step. I think maybe like the whole influencer demographic on here was like waxing on about rare beauty in general, so I was just like, okay, I'll pick this up. Once again, probably made rude as a result of this purchase. And then the Hydrogrip Primer is actually what I'm looking for, like as a primer function, because I want something that has like a lot of stick-to-itiveness and tackiness and won't wear the makeup off, and this did do that. So I was gonna repurchase this, but then e.l.f. has a travel version of like their dupe for this, and it's not as expensive. It's also in plastic, so like what's the difference? And then it comes in a convenient little pump, and it's this small. Am I gonna do this thing again? Yeah, I'll show you. Okay, this is it. This is, I'm pretty sure there's more of this than this. This is 1.811 fluid ounces, 24 milliliters, and this is 10 milliliters. So there's double the size of this. They're like, I mean, this is half the size, but this fits very readily in my, I have like a little, okay, I'll show you again. This is my commuting in my tote bag makeup bag, and this, yes, this is a lot smaller and also can maybe fit no, it doesn't fit standing up. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so it fits standing up vertically this way, and this might be double the size, but it's half the price, I'm pretty sure, of even the travel size. And it'll last me twice as long, which I don't wear foundation regularly, so I don't wear primer regularly. So if this were to go bad on me, it's not as bad as like spending this much. Like this, it does make sense that I bought this size, because as I think I bought it also, I don't know, I'll check the history of my Sephora purchases, probably 2020 or 20, whenever this was released. Like I bought the travel version of it. It was the right idea to buy the travel version of it, because I will never go through a full size, or at least it'll take me 5 years. Like the product will definitely be expired by the time I get through it. Yet also a year. This lasted me more than a year. This is an airtight pump, also says a year, but like, and so was that one. That one was also an airtight pump, but it's still an airtight pump. Double the product, half the price, still fits into my little commuter makeup bag. So it's a no-brainer. For stuff I don't use frequently, I have a goal to try to buy a drugstore, but of course, finding a shade match for a foundation, I think, will be the exception, because it's, you can't shade match with drugstore foundation. So anyway, but yeah, anything that doesn't have to be that specific, I'm buying drugstore. End rant. Next makeup item is the Soft Amethyst blush from M Cosmetics. I guess I should go, I'm just getting used to do this. Soft Amethyst. I loved M Cosmetics. I really do miss them. This was the first generation of it, so like the plunger was really bad. This was like, I think basically Glow Recipe is trying to come out with the same product, but it is a better packaging, but I don't think it looks as aesthetic as M Cosmetics. I love this logo. Too bad about her being in a cult now. I think she put out some bangers out there when she had control of her own brand. This was not necessarily a banger. This was a very, I'm gonna try to get, maybe I'll get a little bit more. This is a very, like, I'm imagining the Glow Recipe blush is exactly like this. It's a serum, it's a blush serum. It's so light. It essentially wipes away in one swipe. It's nothing, it's air. The color was really nice. It was ideal for me as a makeup product, as someone who doesn't wear foundation. I would imagine this would be a nightmare to put over top on foundation, because you'll literally just be, when you blend it, you'll be like wiping it away, wiping off your foundation, exposing your skin, and like, and any, in my case, hyperpigmentation, and also having a cloud, an air, a smattering of product. bottle-wise aesthetics, it's a hit. Actual what's inside the bottle, total miss. Not repurchased, and I don't think she makes them anyway. She did have fire colors in this, by the way, but I do have some dupes and also like more to rant about Cosmetics. So let me just quickly attend to that. So Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty essentially came out with a very similar, it's slightly more cool toned, if you can see, but like hue wise and on my skin, first of all, if you put it on the skin, you can't tell the difference. This is a better version of this. This is what this should be. Serum blushes, I just think unless you're a foundation free girly, they don't make sense. They absolutely do not make sense. And even like I just swatched this for you. I'm gonna do like a little, I'm gonna be fair, like I put like also like the faintest wisp of a product. Sorry, I'm also gonna put the faintest wisp of a product for Rare Beauty. I'm not even gonna take it out of the applicator out. I'm just gonna dab it on the side from the product that has built up there, and I'm just gonna go boop, okay? Look at how the Cosmetics one like vanishes. Where does it go? There's the old swatch, but look at Rare Beauty. First of all, it stained my hand because I didn't wipe it in enough time, but I'll do it with my pinky. So like, let's say you put it on a brush and then you put it on your skin. Look at how much more range and pigment there is on the Rare Beauty. And it has stick-to-itiveness. This, like my skin would, because it's a serum, it would literally absorb the pigment as well. And then this one just stays on like all day. This is the way better part. I'm so happy I got this Soft Pinch Blush in Truth is the shade. Also, I have a full-sized Rare Beauty blush and I really regret buying it because as I showed you, this is probably the same amount of blush I would put on my cheeks anyway. I didn't even have to take out the applicator. Like I do sometimes, like when I first started using it, I put it the applicator, but now I've just learned to just go for the product in here that's like gunked up in here. Especially when I'm doing this thing where I like match my blush to my crease color. I just put like boop with the eyeshadow brush and blend it in. And then maybe I'll put like one smallest dot and then just like blend it out. This is the perfect size. They should only make sorry, it's way more profitable for Rare Beauty to sell a travel size, like per cost per ounce. It's way more profitable to do that, but I think it's the only thing, the only size that Rare Beauty should sell its blushes in. They should also keep it at the travel size price. Selena, I know you are billionairing it up, and I mean, Milk basically did that playbook where like they made their travel sizes their full sizes and charged like full size price for like half the product. It's like quadrupling the profits. Anyway, I'll quickly show you. All the beauty guru girlies know, don't get this. My descendants will not get through this blush. And this thing has like a shelf life. It doesn't say here, but I bet you it's like the 24 months, 24 months or even 12 months, like a year. Like this is so expired and I will never finish this. Also plastic packaging. There's the dupe for it, that it is like exposed air, but it's like a much more manageable liquid or cream product. Like this is a liquid product. The RMS, they have like a balm like this, and this is like a really intense color, by the way, and I do love it because it's like very punchy and like big, and like I like it. I do like makeup, I don't have time for it. But yes, this is a very bold blush. It gives like the perfect like sunburnt-ish kind of look, but it's too much. And like a dot with this, and then the applicator is bigger for this, so it's so easy to go like overboard. Sorry. It's so easy to go overboard with this, and you'll never finish it. And yeah, it only buy travel size. The only issue is, of course, that they don't make these colors. They don't make like fire, like punchy, like out of the norm. What is it, like neutrals, like best-selling products. They don't make those. They don't make like edgy. Sorry to use like a dated term there. They don't make like edgy colors like this in travel size, but they should. They should for like optimization, because you know, this is not every. I mean, maybe arguably this is every day. Like if you just wear it, it's on itself. But for the summer and even then, like I won't go through this either. I'm pretty sure. So like, rants over about that blush. But to tie into M Cosmetics, I do have in my pile of soon-to-be discarded expired lippies, I have these 3 from M Cosmetics, which are, especially the orange one, I'm like particularly obsessed with. This is called Faded Clementine. It smells off, and it still kind of smells good though. It's like, I love the scents for these lip clouds. That's what they were called. And like, I'm basically, I did empty, like I panned this. I panned this because I wore it so frequently. Sorry, I'm like, I miss you. Such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. It's so expired. It's so off. Don't do what I do. This is a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't follow what I do. Okay. Not recommended. These are like 7 years old. 7 or 6 years old. But she has fire colors, and I think I might hold on to them just so I can sample them and try to find dupes for these products. So it was Faded Clementine, Rose Nude, who I recommended to my friend, and it makes this like beautiful, like a dark brownie pink to it. This was such a good color. This is such a good color. And it looks pretty decent on me too. Sorry, I should probably do a separate M Cosmetics video. That's what I'll do. And then, sorry, this is like the last one is Vintage Rosewood. Like these together. But then of course they're also mattes, which I am into. I do like the matte lippy because that's the era where I fell in love with makeup. More for the look. These ones were really great for feeling wise, but they also are transferable. They're not like everywhere, they're not all the place. These were so great. Like this is my mini like M Cosmetics. I miss you. I miss you. I miss your lip clouds specifically. I miss this formula. I hate the fact that you're so expensive for Canadians to order because the shipping. I think I ordered en masse. Like I was in with like a group of people to order this. I had the same friend who I recommended Rose Nude. Looks so great on her. Yeah, I wish. I'm keeping these for reference. They are expired. They're my expired pile, but so good. Anyway, I guess that does qualify. I'm not really done with them though, so I don't know if I can consider those 3 to be my empties. Well, like an honorary thing, but they're definitely in the repurchase. If they were here, they're like in the same category as the deodorant. If they existed, I would buy them. Okay, so I'll do the rest of the lippies. I also finished this RMS clicky lippy called Mickey. That all rhymed. This one, Hannah Louise Poston put me onto the fact that these existed, and I finished this. So obviously there's nothing here, but it's just the lid. Is there something there? No, it's just the lid. But I like finished this. This is like a beautiful brownie red color. It was so perfect for fall. I would be wearing no makeup, or like essentially the makeup that I wore in high school, just like eyeliner, my brows, and put this on and I'd feel done. Not to mention too, the formula was like soft, cool, and like also like buttery, but it also didn't move around a lot unless you pushed it around. The reason why I went through it so fast and I was able to like dig in there was because I also used it as a blush. I just did a facial, I shouldn't do this. Just a little bit. Yeah, I would just carry this like as a one stick shadow thing and like coordinate my lip color with my blush. I wouldn't do the eye thing with this one. This one's a good blush color for me, not necessarily like a crease color. yeah, this, I've already repurchased this one. This one like goes down like a cult status for me, just for comfortability. And then technically I love this delivery, the stick delivery, more than I like the applicator. So like, this is GOAT. Okay, listen, I'm Cosmetics in Canada. It's not gonna happen. RMS. Like any of these. This one, you don't even have an orange right now in these ones. Yes, you might, I think you may have one that looks like rose nude. I'll have to go to the store to check. You definitely don't have a vintage rosewood one. This one, for the fall too, if you want to do a fall release for these. Fire, fire. Okay, and then lastly on my lippy, and I've also repurchased this one. I need to keep track because I have a lot of lippies going bad on me that I think suck. I'll do a lippies video. I'll do the best lippies of all time video. Okay, this one is, I didn't do as good of a job, and this one maybe I should. This is Black Honey. It was total influencer thing, but there's so many influencers talking about this that like, I don't know which one specifically did the job and like recommended this to me, but I agree with all of them. They were telling the truth. This is a perfect like darker my lips but better, and it goes on just like a balm. It's not very pigmented. It doesn't like spread around everywhere. This is like the perfect like throw in your purse, and like yeah, throw in your purse and go, like especially in the fall when the climate starts to get like a little bit drier, because it is balmy but it has just like an air tint, and it's enough to like noticeably change my lip color, because I do have like beef with really like the one I was wearing like prior to me applying the Faded Tangerine again. I was wearing like the Marriott, and like I have critiques about this brand, but I know like a lot of people love them because, well, Hannah Louise posted loves them because they're like just like they're not very pigmented, but I have the opposite. Like I like my lippies to be pigmented, but this one's just enough. Like it's just like, it's good for like that no makeup. It's also like good if you have like heavy eyes, and it's just like, I don't want to do too much for the lips. And it's just like the black color just kind of like darkens the lips deliciously. This is, I've already repurchased it. Is this the empty one? Oh yeah, I've dug into it. I could dig into it some more. I also can't find the one that I repurchased, so I gotta find that. Okay, so lastly from my empties are 2 eye products. That's a lie. I think I have more. They were right beside me the entire time. Oh yes, okay. Sorry, I have multiple eye products. They're not the last 2, these are the last 4. So these are all eye related products. I got the Kat Von D Tattoo liquid ink or tattoo ink thing. I did buy from KVD again once the whole like vaccine denier, vaccine skeptic era of Kat Von D. Really off her rocker, in my opinion, but also as science's opinion. So anyway, whatever. As tattoo liner, still the best liner. Oh, I thought maybe because I let it marinate a little bit, but this is like fading, like it's not a consistent solid line throughout, so it's outdated its use. I love the brush of this. I do have drugstore versions of this. I'm sure you could go to someone who can give you like a showdown for the best eyeliners. And I did buy 2 of the drugstore ones based on the recommendation of like someone who did like the best drugstore liquid liners. I got the Essence one out of their recommendation, the 24-hour ink, and it's good. It's the one I have in my eyes right now. I do like it, but see, it's a felt tip and it doesn't have the same give as like this. See? This one's so good at like flicking. See that flicking and that fading? It was so fine before too. This is like a bit worn out now. Hold on, don't look at my face. Don't look at my face. No, it's looking at my hand. Yeah, it's not as fine as it used to be, But notice the difference. Like this is also a fine tip, but it doesn't have the give. It's like solid. Like if I put it on my hand, oh, actually it does have a like give. I don't know. I'm biased, but I really shouldn't be. This one's also not. I have very oily eyelids because I don't put tretinoin on them, so they're like the only part of my face that is still fire engine. I have not stopped recording. Sorry, I forget what her name was. I used to watch her all the time. Makeup Struggles. Oh God, she was hilarious. From New York. Shout out Makeup Struggles. I know you like tried to come back on, but I'm sure you're busy doing other amazing things with your career. Anyway, shut up. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I think I'm proving myself that honestly there's not a difference. This, I should have the same philosophy towards eyeliner as I do towards primer. The main thing is that my eyelids don't oil it off of my lids and like into my under eyes. And this does the same function. And I kind of like the fact that it doesn't like, I mean, it's not as good as flicking, but like I honestly don't need to flick. Like I feel like this is the appropriate amount of flicking that I have right now. And I did it with this. So I probably won't buy a Kat Von D again, not out of like the principled thing that she's like loopy and stuff. I think her brand is like crashing anyway, so really it doesn't make a difference. And maybe that was a result of her antics on social media, but yeah, I did get it on sale. I think I got like this last one I got on sale, and I haven't bought it since then. It's just, it doesn't make economic sense. Like for me, like for something that I go through, like I use pretty more consistently, because like essentially like my makeup hasn't changed since high school, because if I remember to do eyeliner, sometimes I'll go eyeliner free and just do mascara instead, but usually I don't like to do mascara. I know. And I have like no lashes too, like you can't even see them. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it does from far away, from a distance, like, and when I'm like out presenting my face to the world, I feel like this is more effective than mascara as far as like defining features. And like I don't need to be fancy about it. I don't need to buy Stila, and I don't need to buy KVD. So that's going on the not repurchase pile, because you did me good. Thanks for the rec. It was a Latinx creator, Latina I should say. Yeah, I'm sure she identifies as female. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I shouldn't be assuming, but you can tell. You can tell. Okay, and then these two here are some of the worst brow gel products. This one I got for free at like a promotional marketing thing. I'm not like an industry insider. It's literally like they just want us, L'Oreal wants to sell more of their brow products because the feather brows were a thing for so long. They're not as much of a thing anymore. Anyways, it's the Unbelievable, okay, sorry. Unbelievable long wear top coats is what they call it, as if you're doing your nails. This is a gel. This is awful. It has no hold. I did like the little brush. I'm debating keeping it like for the little brush, because I do, it's kind of like the boy brow. I think it also has like a tiny brush like this. So it'll be good for on the go. But this, it's basically like putting water on your eyebrows. It was so bad. Don't waste your money on this. I'm glad you're giving it out for free, because it's trash. I would not spend money on that. It also shouldn't be made. I'm so shady. Yeah, this shouldn't. This was so bad. The resources were straight up wasted on making a product like this. Definitely on the not repurchase. And then this was, you can't even see the brand anymore, but this was the Kosas one. It came in the birthday gift for Sephora. This was on par, just as trash as the L'Oreal one. Right now I have the Anastasia brow freeze or brow gel. Oh, it's in my commuter makeup bag. This is what I did my brows with today. What did she call it? Yeah, brow freeze gel. This one's good. I think the applicator loads up too much product on it though, and then so I'll always use the more finer edge of it so I don't get as much product, because if I use like the thicker, I'll show you. This This is not a review. This is not an empty. See how much like it like, whoa. And then if I use, sorry, let's see if you can see. If you use this thick end on your left, I think you'll be seeing it as the thicker part. Yeah, that. It's too much. And then it's same thing as what happened with the Patrick Ta, where like it would start to flake because there's too much product that has dried. So I tend to use like the smaller edge that like it's more thorough, but it disperses less product throughout. Somewhat better. I guess, you know, as far as, I do like brow gels because I feel like it makes me look more done, more presentable. It makes my brows look slightly fuller because they're very like flat and like narrow. And I didn't over pluck them, but they were never really like, this area was really dense and it was always just like this area, and then I had like some stragglers that would come down here, but cleaned up they essentially look like this. And I've been doing them like this since I was like 14. Okay, and then yeah, so this was what's the word I'm looking for, more viscous water on my eyebrows. So it's effectively the same thing as the L'Oreal. Also Kosas, I'm throwing the same shit to you. That should not have been made. That's garbage. Brow freeze, yeah, Patrick Ta, even though I'm not buying from him anymore. You know, I jested about Kat Von D, but that whole incident of like not paying Black creators, that's your company. And like the whole second apology thing was so disingenuous. Anyway, okay, we're at the final products. This is the Bite Beauty mascara. I did like this mascara, but she's not a waterproof, or what's the other one, the tubing. I'm currently using the much lauded Tower 28 in a mini. It's in here. It's like the only thing that doesn't, tubing mascaras and waterproof mascaras are the only kinds of mascaras that don't give me dark circles under my eyes. This one too, I think I mixed in with such a shitty mascara. Hannah Louise posted made me buy it. I have it right here. It is the Aaron's Faces mascara. It's so bad. Made with matcha. It's matcha and mushrooms, man. Those are like marketing ingredients that like get me so hard. Mostly because I just love the taste of them, and like I'm not expecting to taste it, but I'm just like, ooh, I love matcha. The Kelly Gooch's entire little treat thing is perfectly apt. Anyway, so this was good. This was like the change maker, but mascara's Bite is bunk. No, Bite is defunct. It's gone. I do love the brush though. I don't know if I can do the thing. Yeah. It's a nice thick brush. I got very voluminous stuff from this. So I'm debating like giving this a thorough clean and inspection and just having this as like the vehicle in which it rests. And then maybe, because like this mascara was very liquidy when it came out. And then like if I have a liquidy mascara, again, just kind of like redistributing it with this brush. I really like the brush head a lot. I don't know if that's like, I'm gonna disinfect it. I know it's like, it's sanitary and stuff like that, but like, this was made, and it's made well for a specific use and utility, so like you're not gonna get me to not use it. Anyway, that's it. Those are my empties. I'll maybe rant about some of these products again, but this is probably, I'm probably keeping in the same rate of like impulse buys and not wanting to repurchase impulse buys. I have 1, 2, 3. Well, I have one of them was a straight up impulse buy from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the products I don't want to repurchase again. So it's pretty good. Does showing some restraint. And yeah, out of the, oh, this one's the same category. Sorry. Actually, I would not repurchase this. It's not, the brush is good. 9. The brush is good, but it's not available and then it's not a tubing mascara, so it was very slight flakes, but it still flaked on me. And then it didn't flake as much as which one was really bad? Milk. Oh, the Milk one was so bad. Do not recommend Milk mascara for oily lids. Okay, so 9 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ooh, I did a bit worse on this Empties than the other one. This one, most of them I regret buying and will not repurchase again. But what this does elucidate for me is that now I know more firmly what are my yeses for products. So yeah, so sorry, of those 5, so instead, like, I'm not gonna redo the nose because like no one cares about the nose. Some of them don't even exist anymore. Well, yeah, just one. I don't know about the cleansing bar from Sephora, but it's why? You got this. This exists. Oh no, sorry, this doesn't exist. But look for something like this again. I think Makeup Eraser had a solid bar, but it came in plastic wrap. Just do this. Why can't you just do someone do this, please? Sustainable beauty brand. Thank you. I don't have the means, or else I would do it myself. Anyway, this essential repurchase 1. This was good. 2, but alternative for people. Trouble SPF. 3. Native smells so good. I kind of want to keep it for the smell, but I really can't. Like I hoard too much in this space. I gotta get rid of stuff. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 RMS, and this one I did good. I did so good. Look how satisfying that is. There's maybe some in the corner there that I can grab. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll update it, but I can't because I'm recording from my phone and I can't do fancy edits. And then 5. I think I will maybe do a more thorough thing of this. And then these 2, technically, I've already repurchased. So, yeah. In total, I consumed 13 plus the body care, which is just, oh, it's actually 10 to 5. So, yeah, like 2/3 of my purchases I did not like. I think I have a worse ratio than my last Empties video, which you all haven't seen yet. But this one here is, I'm doing worse, but I guess I can also keep on track. I do have some other products that I have on here that I like better now, like the e.l.f. one, and then I like my current vitamin C. I got the Timeless one. What does it say about my rate of consumption? 1, I'm down from my last Empties, which I recorded, which I think was also for a half year. It was like 25, and I'm down to 15. So I've like actually, and this is me, actually this isn't me trying to finish things. The next Empties video is gonna be me trying to finish things. But yeah, this one here is like just my regular rate of consumption that was reduced because I had like started to pull back already. So I've reduced it by 2/3 as well. And yeah, hopefully I can continue on the trajectory of being more intentional with the products that I bring into my space. Watch me if you also want to do the same thing, if you feel overwhelmed by what you consume. And then I am hoping to be like a, what do they call those? Like a tone twin, a face skin twin? That sounds weird. That sounds like serial killer vibes. You know, like someone who it's so hard for me. I follow primarily like people not my skin tone for some reason, especially for beauty, and it's like on both ends of the spectrum. They're either like much too dark or much too fair. So I'm hoping to be skin twin. Did I say skin twin? That still sounds weird. For someone out there, if you point of reference, I'm eyeing buying from this brand again. Their foundation, because Jude was like, if Jude is a perfect match for you, that's me. That's Jude is like tone, everything, it like vanished, but it like also like vanished by. Anyways, okay. Other rants for later. We'll get into it. Hit that subscribe button if you like inconsistent uploads.